casinos.
What's up, gamers? I'm back. I'm back with another army video. I just finished my 500 point army, basically, that I'm going to be using while I'm here in Japan. So I thought I would showcase it. I'll go through all of the units, and because we're super old school and basically have pretty much no idea what's happening in 10th edition, we're going to go through the unit types in the kind of classic HQ, troops, elites, whatever. So let's start with the HQs. Okay, so this is my captain. This is the leader of my 500 point list. You can tell that this guy is from the Indomitus starter set, so the 9th edition starter set with the Necrons and the Blade Guard guys, the Space Marine guys. Yeah, nothing's really happened with him conversion-wise except for the head. The headpiece was from the new Blood Angel sort of like upgrade sprue. I say new because it came out, like last year in September, so I can't keep up. I can't keep up with all the new stuff, so it's new to me. And his base was kind of this nice sort of like scenic cherry blossom inspired base. This is the kind of the main base for this whole army. I went to Osaka and I managed to buy some of these kind of like fake like cherry blossom trees. I added then some kind of like grass tufts. I sort of dry brushed the base with a little bit of pink, so you kind of get that, I guess, cherry blossom flower kind of effect. And the final thing is, for good luck, I've added a 5 yen coin on the bottom of the base. Makes him a bit more heavy, and yeah, I quite like that kind of heavy feel. He kind of plops down nicely and doesn't fall over the way a captain should be. So these are the troops. This is my 5-man squad of Assault Intercessors. They are directly from the Blood Angel army box that came out last year, and I've just basically made one squad of them. They've got different upgrades. Obviously, most of them have the heavy bolt pistol and the chainsword. However, the guy at the back here has an eviscerator, and yes, I am aware that you can't actually take eviscerators in Assault Intercessor squads, which kind of sucks. So I guess he just has a bolt pistol and a chainsword for the rules. But I do have a pretty cool looking sergeant. This guy's got a thunder hammer and an inferno pistol, my 2 favorite weapons to give any Space Marine. I really like it how in the Assault Intercessor kit you can get thunder hammers. I think now as well that they're not so kind of strict with war gear. It's kind of just like all free. I do like it how you can just stick on a thunder hammer, run into combat, and go smash some heads. Also for bases, they have the same kind of cherry blossom effect, except we've got 1 yen coins this time on the base. Gives them a bit more weight, but they're not as obviously heavy as the HQ models. And now it's time for the elites. Technically, these guys aren't elites because they came out in 10th edition, right? And the unit categorization is different from what it used to be. These are the Infernus Marines, very sort of 10th edition poster boy-y. I have them basically because when I first came to Japan, it was the first Warhammer set that I saw, and I was like, all right, I need to buy it. These guys for me are quite meaningful. They have kind of the stains of culture shock, maybe, sort of emanating from their armor. But I do like the way that they're sort of modeled. Obviously, they're monopose because they're the starter set guys, but I do like the kind of posing that they've done with them. My favorite guy is, as you can probably imagine, the sergeant. I do like that pose where he's getting his knife out and he's about to draw. Looks very cinematic. These guys also were painted completely using all of the paints from the introductory set, with I think null oil and some lead belch. But other than that, they're all painted using the starter brush and the paints from that set. So you can probably tell they're quite rough around the edges in terms of their painting, but when they're in an army, you can't tell that I have basically rushed them. But anyway, that's the Infernus Marines. When you're trying to take out large units that are very squishy, these guys do the business. And next I have this guy. I have to move him back. There we go. This guy, he is the Brutalis Dreadnaugh. I really like this guy. I like the way he looks. He's very chonky. He's very big. Just kind of what you want from a Dreadnought, I think. He is decked out with a bunch of stuff. He's got his multi-melters and his Icarus heavy stubbers. I've spent a long time working on this guy. I actually kind of rushed him a bit because on the back I haven't done any highlights because I can't be arsed. So the only thing that's highlighted is the front where, you know, that's the most important part anyway, right? I also like how he's got a little surname there, like it says Ross there in katakana. Sort of added that as a little kind of engraving there at the front. Like his base as well, again, cherry blossom base. And yeah, he's just really fun to use. Just like, he just kind of waddles around. Always gets killed. I feel like in combat he is actually more squishy than you'd think. But yeah, so that's the Brutalis Dreadnought. And finally is the kind of newest addition to the collection. Sangary Guard are really cool. I had loads of them back home. Probably had around 10 to 15 Sangary Guard. This time I've only got 3. But they are very cool looking. I love the posing of these guys. These guys were done relatively quickly. I didn't do a super sort of like rigorous paint job on them. I'm much more of an army painter when it comes to trying to get things done and just on the board. Put a little bit of time into them, but not a lot, particularly on the banner, but everything else I think looks pretty cool. So there you go. Okay, so that's my army. Yeah, very quick video. It's the kind of list I'm currently rocking here in Japan. There's not that many games about, not many people that play Warhammer here, so that's why I don't have, a 2,000 point mega list that I would use. But when I do play the odd game from time to time, this is the army that I'm going to be using. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want more information about these guys and you want to, you want some details about how I made them and stuff, then obviously please feel free to tell me and I might make another video. Till then, stay tuned for like one battle report that's been in the making for like, a year and a bit. But when it does eventually come out, I hope you enjoy it. Anyway, that is all for me, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.